went to a Penny Arcade Museum in San Francisco that's got loads of old school arcades, but it's also got pinball machines, and it's also got things like Williams Racer and stuff like that, sort of completely mechanical games, like baseball games and stuff, where you literally hit. That, you know, you can see exactly those same things happening in video games, definitely. So is that another route that they come from? And I guess obviously the answer to this is that there's multiple ins to these sorts of games. In the same way that, you know, Tolkien fed into Dungeons & Dragons, which then fed into role-playing games.
And I think that, so, I mean, James and I, talked a lot about this over the years, and the kind of difficult question stuff that we started out with of just what is a video game, and the impossibility of answering that, and the continued impossibility of answering that. I guess it becomes either a, you know, site for me, certainly personally, and I think for James, it ends up kind of becoming a sort of site of resistance to defining that, because certainly for, I mean, we have this a lot here. Why haven't you got any pinball? Why haven't you got that? But we do have board games. Why, you know, and so on. And the, you know, the kind of shorthand and sort of assumptions that people make about what a video game might be or not are so mutable and change so often that I guess you end up sort of pragmatically thinking about just where to put your attention, right? And we had there are some people that definition is incredibly important to, and some of them used to come here when we first opened.
Right.
All of the negative stuff we've had, well, it doesn't mean much, but the negative stuff that we had, the vociferously negative stuff we had, was from people who really care about that definition, and really care about, you know, the fact that you shouldn't be playing Street Fighter 2 on an LCD television in '69. You should be playing it on a TRT in 4.3.
Is that what you mean by the negative stuff?
Because we are, and I don't mean, and I mean, you know, I'm not understating that this is a betrayal of this piece of software, because it should be on a different kind of screen, because the frame rate's different, because this, and they're totally right? It's, you know, 100% right, but. And there's some other bits about that, and that comes down to the big discussion about emulation, the impossibility of preservation, and all that sort of stuff, which is great and important. And there are museums that hold that are more focused on that than we are, which is to say not at all, not really very much. You know, we are aware of it, and we've deliberately chosen to ignore it, or at least to take a step back from it, because we don't have the resources to do that. And what we're trying to do here is just different to that. You know, we're trying to kind of invite different audiences in to start to understand and like appreciate or be interested in them, not you know, like police. What they should be, how they be presented. But that, you know, that discourse is you know, tread lightly when you kind of get involved with those guys, because it really matters, and it's right. You know, I'm not attacking them for that, but you make your own decisions, right? And we kind of pedalled back from that. So we hear, and I think in most, and increasingly actually, and this probably wasn't even true like 6 years ago with the stuff we did, but increasingly pedal away from trying to find stable definitions of what it means, because actually that's the thing that's most interesting anyway, for us, for me.
And certainly I think that there's always a risk that if you rigidly define something, what you're doing is actually limiting a creative possibility in the future that you might not have thought of already. And
there's so many moving parts. It's not like, and it's all obvious, it's not like film, but it's not.
I think this is what I'm trying to get at in this sort of chapter that I'm writing at the minute, is that this idea that because there isn't this, if you say, do you like watching movies, then everybody knows what a movie is. It has a start, middle and end. It has a narrative, and you sit there and watch it quietly, and sometimes people talk and that's annoying, but everybody has that shared experience, shared knowledge of what it is. With video games it's different, and I think it is very much one of those cases that if you grew up playing video games, or if you play in whatever situation you play them,